I am at the Angels Landing hike in the Zion National Park. We got a permit. We started hiking at 1 o'clock and we are almost an hour in, and I think I'm very close to the summit. And look at all those mountains. The interesting background for all of you is we came in completely unprepared. We were planning to just do the Narrows in Zion National Park, and yesterday while coming in, we just applied for the permit not thinking we are ever gonna get it. So we just got the permit this morning and we decided, hey, we are doing Angels Landing hiking. We came in without seeing a single video, without knowing what this hike entails. So this is gonna be a very unique, a very challenging hike by two sort of middle-aged, kind of an unfit people. So come along, let's see what we find out about Angels Landing hike. So these little boxes are used by NPS to track the number of hikers on a route. And after a short turn, the scenery changes. There's a lush green meadow. You can see the bus right over there. A little bit later, we are again hit sand. This always surprises me. How come there is like so much sand over here? If I understand the geology part of it, it's because of how many of the rocks here are sandstones. How hot is too hot? Today is 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So on the way back, there is a small trail which takes you to the river walk, and a lot of people are taking small plunge there. That sounds very appealing, especially while coming back. So 110 degrees. Hot. It's hot. The beginning of the trail is right next to the river, so it is a very pleasant walk. My trail suddenly turned to be paved, which is interesting. And now we see a gorgeous view of the valley with all those rock formations, and we have started the climb. We still have hopes and plans to try to do the Narrows today, even if not all the way, at least portion of it. I don't know how ambitious or practical that plan is, but you know, what's life without a little ambition? Now I have a sense of what we are doing. You see that rock over there? That's the climb we are gonna do. Let me zoom in a little. You should be able to see little people. I think we are climbing all the way to the top on that. Okay, now we are getting closer. So that's I see the trail, I see the people. The good news is coming back will be easy. This is all one way. There is no up and down. It's just you go up to reach there, you come down to get back. The hike has started getting steeper. We are way up from the valley floor, and here you can see we started encountering some of our hairpin bends, goosenecks, U-bends. They go by different names. Okay. Okay. So now you can see that's where we'll be going. If they had put an elevator or a cable car, yeah, I think we have now hit more than 45 degrees incline. Look at this. This is a good 60 degrees or so angle hike. Now we are in a section where we are hiking in between two mountains. You don't have the expansive view of the canyon anymore. This is absolutely pretty. Look at that. There's a canyon wall going up on one side, so there's on the other side a whole bunch of plants. After some pretty intense hiking, we are in a sandy but a flat area. It seems to be going right next to a dried up waterfall or stream. Sandy. Maybe these are sandstones. So the sign previously was that there are Mexican spotted owls who live here. That's why it's a quiet zone. And obviously owls sleep during the day. So this is just flat, paved walkway. Now this section where we have been walking on flat land for a while, now we are coming to this small rock cut. It's a slight slope, a gentle slope, nothing like the crazy 45-degree slope we saw earlier, but right over there, I think I see another switchback, and maybe more slopes are coming, more inclines are coming. So here is a switchback. This section is longer switchbacks. We seems to be getting higher and higher and coming to the top of at least this particular rock. It's a canyon wall. So as we have been going up, as we have been climbing up, the rocks on both sides, they're getting shorter, which means the shade is reducing. So after a nice shaded area for like I would say a good 10-15 minutes, we are back in the sun going up, and the scenery changes every few minutes. So right now we have this black canyon walls. We came from somewhere there. So that big mountain at the distance, that's on the other side of the meadow. So we got down, opposite side down below, climbed up, came across this mountain, and now we are sort of getting closer to the summit. I would like to believe at least, because if there is a mark here which says, oh, you are halfway through, that was gonna kill me. It started raining. Excellent. It's sunny, it is steep, it's hot, and it's raining. Only thing I'm missing is one of those spotted owls to poop on my hat. Okay, so we are in a nice walled section, which means this area must have rock slides or landslides here. We are so close to the peak. I have been to Zion before, but I've never done this hike. I've never come close to those gigantic peaks. And from here, from being so close, it looks majestic, magnificent. I'll go back home, look up Webster Dictionary, I'll add a few more adjectives to this. For now, march on. Now, one thing is, in terms of gear, I'm carrying a stick, but I don't think so far it's needed. So keep your hands empty. This is a fully paved road. You're sort of going straight up that climb. I think we are getting very close to the summit. We are very much at the top. We are back at 45-degree climbs, and this time it is super sunny because we are very much up at the top. We have arrived at a fully sandy landing. This is like at a beach without water, the top of a mountain. There is a restroom out here. Well, drink up, I guess. So Angels Landing is 0.5 miles. So up goes the West Rim Trail. Bless your heart, whoever wants to do that. After the sandy landing, paved roads are gone. We are on rocks. Though personally, I love this kind of hikes. Okay, we are back again at a sandy, after a little bit of a rocky hike, like for 2 minutes. We are back at a sandy landing once again. And this time, this brings us to that hiking with the chain, which says it's a strenuous climb. So I'm gonna pack up my stick, get both my hands free, and see what the dude is doing. I am not so worried about going up. I'm a lot more worried about coming down on this. Go up that route. See all those people climbing down. That's the easy part of the route. It gets harder from there on. The view is amazing. It's a little bit of sandy patch over here. Rest up a little bit. Have plenty of water. It gets very hot up there because you're completely exposed to the sun. Give you a scale of the challenge. This is how narrow it gets. This is the chain you have got to support yourself. Well, while going up, I was so scared. I could not do a whole bunch of video recording. So bear with me a little bit as I do some more recording of the final climb on the chains while coming down. But the good news is I saw a bunch of people turning back, including my friend. But I did make it up all the way to the top. I'm at the top of the Angels Landing. It is scorching hot. Now, there seems to be another spar trail which kind of goes down that way, again on the chains. I have never been more certain about anything else in my life that I am not doing that. So we're at this landing. It gets very narrow. Climb down is going to be a lot scarier. Is absolutely gorgeous. You can see the Virgin River with this huge valley. We are at the top of the mountains, and there is the canyon which kind of just follows straight there. It took me an hour and 25 minutes to get up. There's a little bit of breeze, it's hot, but the last half a mile was very scary, and it will be even more scarier while going down. But the view is extremely rewarding. Total climb was around 1500 feet. So in an hour and a half. I'm guessing we will take equal amount of time to get down because you have to be a lot more careful. The gradients are really steep. So yeah, roundabout hopefully 3 hours. So there is a little bit of narrow landing. The chain again starts right from there. This is a little bit of relatively flat path, so there is no chain. But the chains are again gonna start in just a minute. Alright, now I think the elevator may not have been a bad idea here. Okay, see people there? That's where I have to eventually go somehow. I came in through that. Well, let's see. I'm gonna stop recording now. Safety first. So that's the road. That is not a road. That's not even a hike. Not for 40-year-old mediumly fit people. Most of the hikers are young kids, which makes sense. And this is completely exposed, so the sun is scorching down. We have to go there. Let's go. That is the last climb. I left my stick over there, right below the tree. The stick is not useful. Okay, so two things about the final climb. Here you see a lot of sand. You will find this sand in a lot of those pockets on those rocks, which obviously makes it very slippery. It goes without saying you need very good hiking boots with excellent grips. Now, on the other hand, all this rock seems to have a lot of like small pockets where you can put your feet in, almost like steps, and there are a lot of those, which makes it a little easier. How is there a sandy beach up here with cactus is beyond my skill set to know. This time we are starting our climb down the Angels Landing. This should be a relatively lot easier. So if you ever think that you want to turn back from Angels Landing and not do the whole thing, right after you do all the initial climb, right after that there is a bridge which you see right over there. Then this quiet zone starts for the owls. There is probably a mile of pretty easy walk that way. So I would say this or anywhere in between is probably the best place to turn around. Let's come up to this extremely dramatic turn, because this is where that narrow gorge opens up to this wide valley. Oh wow, look at that. And given how closer this is, I would almost argue this is a better viewpoint than the Angels Landing. Angels Landing, you are seeing things from up there, from way up there. So things are a lot farther away. This is a great place to enjoy this view. You are not gonna miss out much. It's a 60-degree, I think it is 60 degrees. And that's the hike. That's the path. It sort of goes down. I think this is probably the best view in the whole hike. Yeah, and you get it right from that corner. So come up to this corner, feel free to turn around from there. Rest of the hike, especially after the canyon, is more like I would say a personal challenge, and you are not going for like, oh, I have the greatest view up there. This is the greatest view.